LaNorris 22 carries tonight. Just kind of off the top of your head, how many were designed and how many were your own decision out there?
We had a game design to go out there and run the ball. Just the way they played defense, it was going to be open. So then I had a couple scrambles in there, but it was part of the game plan.
When you talk about that game plan, either one of you can answer this one, but talk about that game plan being run heavy. Is that what you expect from the not only from the night, obviously, but from the games going forward as well?
Well, tonight there was a 3-man front and 3 safeties, so it was like light box. You take what they give us, so we decided to run the ball, but it'll just be depending on the game plan week from week.
Good stuff.
LaNorris' first game with helmet communication. First off, how'd you feel like it went for you? And then was it ever a lot just having, Shane and Dowell in your ear? And how'd you kind of handle that?
I think it was pretty good. It was smooth. We've been doing it over like fall camp, spring ball, and stuff like that. So, how it was tonight, it was pretty good for me. And we can't really hear Beamer, but I can talk to D-Lo, so, that's fine.
LaNorris, what did you learn from your first start tonight, and what do you think you got to get better at next week when you go to Kentucky?
So really, it's not as easy as you might think it is. You just got to prepare the right way. I need to get better. I'll say just being more patient, just being myself, just being confident.
For you, pretty much all of the preseason was talking about your injury recovery and coming back, and if you'll be back to your old self. How good did it feel to get that touchdown early, and kind of did that shift your perspective at all?
Nah, I wouldn't think that the first play would be a touchdown. That was crazy how that went out. Definitely blessed. Definitely want to shout out to God to that because I wasn't expecting that at all.
LaNorris, it seems like these coaches have been talking about just how well you've done the last couple months, and today for not to go like perfectly smooth, was there ever a time where you were frustrated or flustered a little bit and you kind of had to regroup?
Nah, so I just try not to show it really, because you can't really, because you still got to lead the team, you still got to go to the next drive no matter what happens. Like I know I fumbled, still got to go to the next drive and keep pushing through. So you can't let it get to you. You always got to have the next play mentality.
You spoke about D'Lo being in your ear, talking to you with the helmet communication more so than Beamer. What is he saying to you when you're out there on the field? And is it just like he's trying to instill confidence in you when things are maybe not going the way you want?
So the thing with him is he's not really like, he just got to let you go out there and play. So it's really the play calls, and then like say if we needed like to check in or something, he'll let me know, hey, watch for this, watch out for that. But he really just like wants you to be yourself, so he don't say too much.
Raheim, kind of assess how you felt there was room to run out there. Did you feel like that there were holes for you? Were there yards left on the field by the running backs as a group, not you specifically, but kind of assess how the holes were in the blocking?
The blocking was good. As a running back, I myself, I hold me to, a higher standard. So I feel like it was some stuff that was left out. First game back in a minute. So like I know I left a lot out. I feel like I left a lot out. It was I was fighting for yards, but I feel like I missed a couple holes myself. I feel like I'm always gonna say for this first game, it was good, but like I still feel like I was a little rusty out there.
Yeah, guys, what effect does it have, having the lightning delay and basically having 2 halftimes, and after you come back from one, not all the stadium is still there. Like, what effect does that have, if any?
You want to answer?
Yeah. Say that one more time.
Having the lightning delay and then having to go back, basically having like 2 halftime breaks. What effect does that have, if any, for you guys?
I feel like main thing about that is about, just staying locked in. This is the first time this ever happened to me. It definitely felt like Little League when it came down to that. But no, just really staying locked in and, staying by in. That's about it.
LaNorris, what do you make of your passing performance tonight? Your percentage probably wasn't as high as you would want it to be. Did you feel like there were some off-target throws, and how do you kind of analyze where you were in that?
Yeah, I missed a couple guys, I would say. You just got to keep practicing, keep getting better, build a chemistry with those guys, come back next week better.
Yeah.
Rocket, can you talk about the way your defense played and them getting the ball to set you up for 2 touchdown drives of less than 10 yards?
Yeah, that was good. Shout out to them boys. Them boys was on one tonight. Definitely give a shout out to them boys. They bring the energy, man. They bring the energy not even on game day, but in practice, and I feel like that comes a long way.
LaNorris, you mentioned that chemistry building with receivers is something that kind of needs to be done. What's kind of been the challenge of that, at least, going into tonight with a bunch of guys that are new that maybe you didn't practice with last season, and how would you kind of assess that chemistry at this point in time?
I think he's pretty good as a whole. I know we missed on some stuff, but first game, you'll miss stuff. It's time to learn. We just keep getting better, like I said, keep working, keep getting the chemistry better, and we'll be better.
Still in Stewart, if he was surprised by what he was able to do tonight, he said, "Nah, that's just kind of what I do," and that's what I do in practice. From y'all's offensive standpoint, y'all have seen him in practice. Is that what he does?
Yeah, he a dog. He a dog. I definitely felt that when he came, came here. I talked to him, and give him a little advice, coming, this is first year, and I just tell him always, be yourself, and just play football. And I feel like he doing that.
The first week of the season is always so much fun just for everyone in college football. A lot of buzz, a lot of excitement. Can you each take us through what you were feeling in the tunnel right before you got out on the field? You hear the crowd, you hear the music and everything. What was going through your mind?
Well, with me, I'll say, it's different here. It was a different feeling, It's my first time being here, the atmosphere was crazy. I was just watching it off videos, and I feel like the atmosphere was crazy. And what was going in my head, I was like, man, first game back, man, I'm ready to show the world what I got.
It was exciting for me as well. Our fans always have a good turnout. Appreciate them sticking with us through the lightning delay. But, it's always exciting. Run out to 2001, the fans just hearing the Go Gamecocks, stuff like that. It's always good to hear.
Thank y'all.